So hi everyone. I'm really happy to be surrounded by such a group of tech enthusiasts because usually when we talk about AI, we talk about some global topics, like how AI will transform your life, how AI will transform the way we work. But today I want to talk about more specific role of AI, about our personal computers, like the stuff we use every day, we love it. So today we'll talk about more niche topic. For the most of us, the phrase personal computer, it feels so obvious that we don't really stop to think and analyze what it actually means, what actually stands behind it. Personal. It means something that truly belongs to us. So, hi, my name is Vira. I'm CTO and co-founder of MacPaw. MacPaw is a Ukrainian company which was founded 18 years ago in Kyiv. We were created from a love to Apple ecosystem. We love Macs, we love personal computers. That's why we are so deep into this topic, and that's why I will cover it today. We are the most famous by creation of our flagship product. It's Clean My Mac. Personally, I was engaged in this product as a software engineer back from university years, and back then AI was a topic, but not such a huge topic. Actually, we even did classes about AI in Kyiv Polytechnic University where I studied, but it was like a different aspects of AI, not like it's today. But with Clean My Mac, it's a system utility, so we put a lot of love and effort to make your personal computers even better, so make them work as good as new. Besides Clean My Mac, we create Setup. It's a platform where you can buy Mac iOS apps. It's like a marketplace where you can buy everything, not just our products. And now we are like any other company. We're for sure focusing on transforming our company to the AI world, and that's why we are thinking about how it will transform your Mac. And our company was built from the love to Apple as a company and ecosystem, and we still following their values, their principles. And it happened so that on 1st of April, all of us will celebrate 50th anniversary of Apple, of a company that thinks differently. Please raise your hands who has at least one Apple products. Oh, I'm surrounded here, almost everyone actually. Actually, I met this. I was in Silicon Valley last week, and I was watching this live stream from Computer History Museum, which was dedicated to this anniversary. Apple posted this on their website. So this is initial statement from the website. So 50 years ago, in a small garage, a big idea was born. Apple was founded on a simple notion that technology should be personal. And that belief, radical at that time, changed everything. And truly believe in the statement that Apple, they was the first one to believe in that idea that every of us should have this personal computer, and with it you can be more creative, you can don't rely on some huge machine like it was back then. And it actually changed our lives, like it changed my life. The first Mac was and is beautiful. I love it. But we have it in our office. It's still operational. Maybe I'm vintage lover, but it feels so great even for today. I wish it could run some AI. Yeah. But my first personal computer wasn't like Mac. It was PC. I like PC because that one it's installed in my grandma's suburban house. So you see it is open, so I can fix it all the time, because usually I need to fix it. And it has only 8 megabytes of RAM. It's less than modern photo. If you take with your recent iPhone, usually it takes more. But even with that level of performance, I was able to learn programming, and it changed my life completely. And now I'm here on this stage, and I dedicated my whole life to computers like this. And now I'd like to hear some of your stories. So what was your first personal computer and how it changed your life? So
Timex Sinclair.
Sinclair, yeah, I know it, but it's which year is it?
It's 40 years ago.
Yeah. Sorry, and how it changed your life?
Here today.
Yeah, same as me. Same as me. Yeah.
So mine was iMac.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, it makes FantaG's photo booths the upper. And then I get connected to a computer.
Yeah, cool. And which model? Like this iMac, like colorful aluminum one?
The aluminium one.
So yeah, really young. Maybe someone else? Yeah, please go.
1975, completed with default 9 months after I purchased it, but it was called Digital Research. And a triple bus crusher, and there for one people with secure and one people storage. All about that. Now we start. Allergy support.
I need to talk afterward. I love the stories. Yeah. And please, yeah.
You know, I don't actually remember mine, but my mom used to build these sorts of computers right in the late 80s, early 90s. And so my house is full of these open computers with, guts everywhere. And so that's my memory of it, is this kind of thing and her being into it.
And has it like affected your life? Like,
I mean, for me now, yes, I use Mac. Like, the Mac changed my life because it was intuitive. You didn't have to understand like what PC load letter meant or any of these weird codes. Like, it just worked for you in a very intuitive way. So I wrote.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you for one more story. Yeah, please go ahead.
Toshiba 1100. One of the first portable laptops for school, for business school.
Cool. I like what? 1100 what? Like Power PC?
No, even before that. So
okay.
Toshiba.
Toshiba. Okay, got
Toshiba
it. Cool.
T1100, yeah.
Cool. And please, yeah.
Don't remember the model, but it was as a Harvard laptop where I installed the package because it was almost similar to existing MacPaw at that moment. And I wore MacPaw.
Yep.
Here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your stories. Let's back briefly to the history of personal computer. They were created in mid-70s and with massive adoption in mid-80s. And the most famous creator is for sure Steve Jobs. And I like his phrase that personal computers is like a bicycle for our mind. And I'd like for all of us to rewatch his famous saying.
I remember reading an article when I was about 12 years old, I think it might have been in Scientific American, where they measured the efficiency of locomotion for all these species on planet Earth. How many kilocalories did they expend to get from point A to point B? And the condor one came in at the top of the list, surpassed everything else, and humans came in about a third of the way down the list, which was not such a great showing for the crown of creation. But somebody there had the imagination to test the efficiency of a human riding a bicycle. Human riding a bicycle blew away the condor, all the way off the top of the list. And it made a really big impression on me that we humans are tool builders, and that we can fashion tools that amplify these inherent abilities that we have to spectacular magnitudes. And so for me, a computer has always been a bicycle of the mind. Something that takes us far beyond our inherent abilities. And I think we're just at the early stages of this tool, very early stages. And we've come only a very short distance, and it's still in its formation, but already we've seen enormous changes. I think that's nothing compared to what's coming in the next 100 years.
Steve Jobs was right. Back that time, they were just at the beginning of these changes, and I'm really sorry to understand that Steve Jobs couldn't create in time of AI. So it would be really wonderful to see what he could create with AI. And that idea of bicycle for your mind, I remind to myself really often, what's the role of computer in my world, and this AI, which brings personal computers to the next level. I can call it as motorcycle for your mind, because it's much more powerful. But let's back to idea what personal really means. First of all is personalization. Sorry for AI-generated image, but it was really useful to show my idea. So personalization is usually something that crafted just for you. If you think about clothes, the best personalization you can get is tailors. So tailorship. So if you go to the tailor, they measure your shoulders, all your body dimensions, and they create like dress or suit specifically for you. And actually, like the highest level of personalization. It's completely different if you go and just buy something from the store. Like it fits, it's good enough, you like look good in like branded clothes, but it's the same for everyone. The same goes with software. You can like bring this analogy. So for now, we are just downloading and buying software which kind of mass-produced, like from the superstore. And AI plays this role of tailor. So it creates solution software created just for you. It understands your context, so your data, who are you, your type of neurodiversity, like what do you do and in which style, and it can tailor solution just for you. So it's a completely new level of personalization. Actually, we experience it even today. I guess some of you played with some like agent stuff, generated software just for you, and it's actually happening like those months. So it's really his role. So it's just first change AI brings to us. But we rely on cloud to do it. We spend our days in browsers like Safari or Chrome, and we use cloud AI like ChatGPT, Claude, or whatever you'd like, Gemini. There is like a lot of it today. It's cool, but it's kind of, I feel kind of like disappointed because like the hardware is mine. I have this like really powerful hardware, but experience is not. It's controlled by some company somewhere, and it just runs on their terms. They can change it like every time, and you just need to adapt. So in reality, it's not that much personal. But there is one more aspect of it. We have like supercomputers in our pockets, like on this table, on your tables, but actually in reality, we barely use them. It's even more disappointment. So we use them just to open a browser. We don't need this super powerful, like latest Apple Silicon M5 chip to do it. To understand it even more, like it's like well-known fact. There was some like research that guidance computer for the Apollo 11th mission, it has much less power than my latest iPhone. So it has 100,000 less performance power than iPhone. But with that device, humanity landed a man on the moon. And now we edit like PDF files on like for a job. And it's really disappointing. And I personally want to change it. And because we utilize more our devices because we already invested some money to buy it. So I want us to utilize it more. To showcase it, I like this meme. It's without sound. This meme about like current state of AI and how disappointed it like when we use it for really simple stuff. So it's when you type like basic stuff. How in this example, how to center a div, it's like basic computer stuff. And what actually goes on? It sends some signal over the planet of Earth, like somewhere. All this machinery in data centers, they just work and work just to give you a simple answer. So you can do like 2 + 2. And it looks so inefficient, you know? It's cool that it works that way. Why not? So please think before you ask a like really trivial question, and you get an answer. So it's AI gets us like cool personalization, but it has like huge paradox that lies in it. So we can get this personalization, but all of it based on context, on your data. And by using that solution, you lose your privacy, you lose your data. And are we ready to send our location data? Are we ready to send our like confidential documents, our some personal photos, our diaries, just to get that level of personalization? Does it worth it? And I think I know the answer. And the answer lies in local AI. Because how many of you know that you can run local language models? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like some of you. So now at the end of the presentation, everyone will know what is local AI. So what's local AI? So it gives you security, it gives you privacy, and it's controlled just by you. Like in simple words, is when you run local language models. But actually, I will talk about AI, but it actually works not just for language models. It could be for any type of AI, like computer vision, like speech recognition, like any type of AI. And let's dig deeper into this topic. So now it will get more technical for several slides, but it's worth it. At the end, I like everyone will be ready to use it. Just trust me. So let's start. What is local AI? At the end, like all these language models, it's just a huge file, and this file is full of numbers. So it's just a file. So you can download it, and a lot of major players like Meta, Google, Microsoft, IBM, and OpenAI, and smaller ones like Liquid AI and Mistral, they provide it for free. So you can just go and download it. The most famous popular website is Hugging Face. You just go there and download whatever you want. Here are some logos of these models. The size of that file, it could be from several gigabytes to 50 gigabytes or even more. It depends on number of parameters, how big the model is. But it could be as small as several gigabytes. For me, it's like the compressed world knowledge that just lives in your pocket. While I was had a flight here from Europe, because I stay in Kyiv, so I had a really long flight. It was 20 hours flight from Munich. And I was watching a documentary about Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry. I enjoyed Billie Eilish music, but I know almost nothing about her life. It's actually a really cool documentary. I suggest you all to watch it. But it's more like documentary. It says nothing biographical data about her. And usually I'm really interested in facts, date of birth, and where, and I wanted to check it out. But I was on a plane and it has this Starlink internet, everything was right. But at that exact moment, it was not available. But I was so curious to get this information, where she was born, when she was born. But it happened so I had this small app on my iPhone with local model. You see on the top this Llama. It's a model from Meta. It's a really small one. It's just 2 gigabytes. It compressed all the knowledge of humanity. It quickly answered me, what do you know about Billie Eilish? American singer, songwriter, was born in 2001 in Los Angeles, California. So actually, it gave me an answer. Yes, that was a mistake because it's still a small model, and it told me that she has a younger sister, but in reality, what I know from documentary, she has an older brother. But still, it's better than nothing. And I was satisfied. Now I have more I've fulfilled my curiosity and I continued my flight. And that idea just blows my mind that you have compression, the whole knowledge of humanity. It's so cool. Local models I told you about, they get evolving each year. This is a recent research from a research team. Here you can see that in past 2 years, level of improvements, levels of right answers, it increased 3 times in just 2 years. So actually it's a huge improvement. So because a lot of companies and institutions, they invest time and effort to improve those local models. What are those numbers? So it's baseline, 100% is cloud model. Because yes, we have frontier models, say number 1 baseline, recent big models. And that number, 71, for the recent year, is the number of questions local model answered right, like cloud model. So it could answer 71% of average question people usually ask language models. And it's really great. It's not that small as it was in 2023, but it depends on the question. So it's really great in creative stuff. It's reached around 93%, and it gets worse with engineering stuff, more exact stuff. It gets down to 68%, but it will improve and we'll see more and more capable local models. But you just downloaded that file and actually it just lies on your drive. You can do nothing without it and you need you need to use it. But how? You have this kind of video player for your local model. Idea is the same. When you download movie or some video. It's just MP4 or MOV file of like any other format, but you can play it. You need a special software. Same goes with local models. And you can use free and not free tools to play with it. Personally, I like LM Studio, and I will showcase you today a bit. There is a Llama, Misty AI, Jan, and like a lot of it. And you can use it to talk with your model, to ask questions like the way you used to do with like ChatGPT or bigger models. And you need one last component. You need to have a capable hardware. But based on our small survey, like the whole audience is use Apple hardware, and we are lucky to have like really capable hardware because Apple computers, they are the most capable to run AI because of Apple Silicon, and you are like ready to go. Like if you have Apple Silicon, you're good to go, and you can play with local models. And by the way, the same goes with your iPhone, iPad, same like chips, so it worked great. And now you can just play with it, and I'll have some demo time. It will be live demo, so be kind. Yeah, I hope everything will work. And let's start with LM Studio. So here how it looks. It's like any usual chat interface, but LM Studio is a bit technical because here you can see models I've downloaded, and you see some like tech data, like number of parameters and stuff like that. The size, you see one of it, it's 8 gigabytes, like 12, and smaller one, just 1 gigabyte. And we can use just this one, it's from Liquid. And we can ask the same question. What is SXSW? It just run, and just locally it gives us all the answer. I can check if it's right, but it's foundation date is right. It's 1987 because it's 40th anniversary, yeah. And it gives me all the information. But let's try a bit like more complicated case, and it's about your personal files. Let's say I have like a really secret speech, like today's speech, and I don't want to share it with anybody, just you, only audience. So I want to use local models for this. So here is my speech in PDF files, and I like what's local models suggested in this document. And it just reads the file and retrieves the answer. And based on provided citation, as I told you, like Llama, Mistral, LFM, Gemma. So you can talk with your like really private documents, your diary, your agreements locally, like you used to with ChatGPT and other stuff. But there is one more tool, actually created by us, so I love it the most, and it's Eney. And we have like a different approach because we want to have it to be more easy to use, more beautiful, and that's why we invest a lot in UI. So we can ask like the same question, what is SXSW? Here we just pick the model just for you, not like picked it for you, just not to waste your time by picking the model. So you get the answer, what is South by Southwest, and let's, for example, I want to convert some very secret photo of my cat. Her name is Shusha, yeah, but I don't want to show it to the world, it just for me. And I can say convert image. I'm just thinking, trying to understand what I want to do. She's just 7 months old, like really little one. Yeah. So it gets it right. I just pick like I want to convert it to JPEG, convert, and it's done. And it's done locally, and I've never sent a photo of my cat to like cloud, and I'm so sure it just stays with me on my laptop. And number of use cases, it's actually endless. It works, as you see. I'm happy to see it works, but it for sure needs some effort because you need to like attend speeches like this, to follow all the recent models, to understand which one should I download or pick the right tool. So it needs effort, but give you this privacy. So it worth its effort. What are use cases? So now you know that we have cloud AI, local AI, but how actually should you decide when to use what? My advice, so local AI for sure is great for offline environment. So I advise you all to download it now because you need internet to download it. And when you're on a plane, when you're in some forest, I know in Yosemite there is no reception, like nothing, but maybe you even need to check some like medical stuff. You still be able to do it if you have some like emergency. It's also great for if you have like power outages, because which has happened like in Ukraine and here, like current world is like really crazy, and you can have everything. And so use local AI. It's really great to have at least something. Like with my case with Billie Eilish. The next use case is low latency, because local models are like really fast, because you don't need to, like in a meme, have this like network, pose this request. It just runs locally, and it depends on the power of your like laptop. So you can buy like really powerful one and have like really quick responses. It's really great for audio, because with audio you need to like to have like really real-time data. And for sure, privacy sensitive personal assistant. So if you have like really confidential file, please use local AI. Usually they're capable to do it. With cloud AI, they have like really unique features you don't have now in local AI, and maybe in the future will be still the case. First of all large-scale processing, so you have a lot of data, you need to process it. For sure, it's not for just your local machine. It's better to rent some data centers to do it. Recent information. Cloud models, they update all the like recent data. They have all these connections, so they they knew about South by South with like really recent information, even agenda. Local model it just get data at the day of training, and that's it. So they know nothing about recent information. And deep research is really powerful feature of cloud models, and usually local models, they don't like really capable to do this deep research, because it requires much more memory than your average laptop has. You just need to pick the right one. Let's talk about benefits. Once again, it's security. Everything stays on your device, and nothing gets transferred, because sometimes information gets attacked on the transit or on some cloud. One more benefit is resilience, because clouds nowadays, they are not so stable. And if you check this status pages of like Anthropic or OpenAI, you can see they like downtime is quite often, so it's not like 100% uptime. It happens, and when it happens, everything works for you. So if you need that level of resilience, please use local AI. And cost efficiency. You don't need to pay money for tokens, for subscription to like cloud model, because it gets cheaper, but still, like you need to pay more and more for tokens. And with local models, you just bought your laptop, and that's it. It's the only investment you need to make. But what about limitations? There are a lot of limitations for sure in local models. They're not that capable as the cloud models, for sure. They're not that, like, by the way, they can write you software, but not in such complicated software. So it's limited. And in my opinion, it won't reach the same level as cloud AI for sure, because it's still limited by your machine. But in my opinion, we don't always need to have such a like the like latest, more powerful tools. Let's say with car cleaning, we all have this like use case to solve, job to do, and you can have this professional car cleaning facility. You just go and it just cleans your car in the best way. But do we need to have it in our house, in our like facility? I bet it. I doubt it, because like it's expensive, and why do you need to invest like a huge money and a place to have this professional stuff? Because usually you're good to go with just a basic portable car cleaning solution like Kercher or similar, and you can solve your problem with cleaning your car, and you're okay. we don't always need the most powerful solution for our task, and like the best approach, in my opinion, is to use like the best tool for your task. It will be the most efficient way. So you have like a lot of them. You just pick. So what's today? Just car hair or professional car cleaning? So with all this like local AI cool like abilities, should we uninstall ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini? Because I might sound like okay, don't send your data to the big company, but not. It's really cool tools. You don't need to uninstall. You need to use it because it's really fantastic way. But you need to have alternative solution for the right tasks. So in my vision, it could coexist, and we could have this hybrid of local AI and cloud AI, and like we'll be like happy. AI today it's a stage of like evolution. It reminds me of mainframe era. Here in the photo you can see like operator of a mainframe, and mainframe was like a huge machines installed somewhere in the institutions, and users of that machines, they use just a thin clients to connect to it. Basically it's just a display with a keyboard, and you connect to some like mainframe to do some calculation and so just stuff. And AI today is at the same level of evolution. So basically you have just a thin client to some cloud model. So it's the same stage. But as we see with mainframe and that revolution of personal computing, it changed, and it moved back to your device. The same will happen with AI, and this is where I see this solution. So there will be coexistence of local AI and cloud AI. You don't need to pick. It will evolve both time, and we see more and more evolution of local AI nowadays. And that level of privacy, security, and independence you can get, it's like a new luxury in our times, and you can get that new luxury with local AI. It's already there. And we are able to bring power back to the computers we have, like especially Apple computers, which are really great and capable, and bring the power back to humans and really have powerful tools we could use and be independent. So that's it from me. Thank you for your attention, and I suggest you, thank you. I suggest all of us to go local and to try download LM Studio or similar software just to check what models exist for today. So play with these tools because it's really powerful one. Or you can just follow me. I post a lot about it. And I also welcome you to our clubhouse at MacPaw. It's near Brothers Hall, so you can continue conversation about local AI and personal desktops here. So thank you, and I'm ready for your question. Here is the microphone on.
I think maybe you showed us something in passing that was a product of MacPaw. It was after you did the demo of LM Mini, and I'm just curious, when it comes to this front end for local AI, does MacPaw have a product, or is a product in process? You had this little orb that was having little white circles go around. What was that?
You mean in LM Studio here? Eney? Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Is that your product?
Yes.
Can you tell us something about it?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for your question. Yeah. With a pleasure. Look, I just didn't want to be like salesy, and I really wish to talk about Eney. So when we saw all this revolution with AI, and we love interfaces, and we didn't want all of them look the same, like a chatbot. And we wanted it has more personality. That's why we invested in creation of this little dot. We call it Eney. It's actually based from Ukrainian, Greek. But we have translations in Ukraine. So it's a brave soldier, Eney, that could solve everything for you. That's where the name came from. So it's just a one point. So it's beautiful. It has personality. Second, how we like do it in our way, it's a Mac first. So we are like MacPaw company. We are like 18 years on the market. So we created native Mac application which integrates like perfectly on your system. So we know how to deal with your files in the right way. We know how to deal with your system, so it runs like natively and efficiently. And the next one is local first. It's what I was talking about. So it uses local models at first, but we have this idea of coexistence. So actually at some point, it analyzes the prompt, your request, and if it sees that its local model is not capable to do it, it will show you this like message, okay, now I need to go to the cloud. Do you allow me? But it's all controllable, so it doesn't happen like in shadow. So it's really transparent one. Yeah, so actually it's in the private beta. It's free, you can try it on and give us a feedback. As a private beta, we research a lot. So we tried Granite from IBM, we tried Llama, and we have several more currently in research. So we constantly look for a best one to integrate it because it evolves so quickly. So we have our own benchmark because number one job for us is called tool calling, not just answering you, just who is Billy Irish. We want to run like real tasks, like agentic AI. And we benchmark those models for that specific task of tool calling. And we are looking like the best model that can handle our use cases. It's actually the best approach if you're like software development, just to pick the right model for you. And also we create the special like adapters. It's not like a real training, like retraining, not like a fine tuning, but it's a way to adjust that model to work even better for your exact tasks. So we even create the special adapters to make it understand like typical use cases of Eney. Usually it's tool calling. People need to convert files, to work with their data, to summarize text. So we have a lot of use case, but mostly with your files. And for those specific use cases, we create this adapter so it works even better than just pure model you can download it. Yeah, so this it's approach we use. It's a pretty popular one, and usually it's how it works. Yeah.
Is it on display after your schedule of Lazarus innovation? How's the W at Blue?
Yes. Yeah, we have this booth. Yeah, and here you can use Eney, try it, talk with the team. There will be me, a lot of people. Yeah, so please come. Yeah, thank you.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
In the same vein, it was, I think, about a year ago that Sam Altman of OpenAI and Joni Ive talked about maybe creating a hardware device for AI natively. So just curious about what your thoughts might be on that and where that might be going.
Yeah. Thank you for your question. At the beginning, I was so excited about the Spin AI, Rabbit, and all those stuff. It looks so. I agree with that idea that we need the new kind of device to talk with AI, because now we speak with it. So it's different type of interface. It's like natural language interface. But we see how it ended up. So all those devices just no one talk about it, no one use it, and we still use laptops and iPhones. So laptop is really cool device. You have a display, you have really ergonomically connected keyboard. So actually we don't need anything else. It has microphone, so you can do all the same. So I don't believe that we need one more device. I think we have enough. We have what I believe in is AirPods, like headphones, because you can talk with it, and it could connect with your iPhone, so it could know more about your context, your location, so it can assist you. It's a really powerful use case, so it can help you on the way, But we have all the hardware we need, in my opinion. Yeah, thank you.
So thinking through optimization, of course, want to use Eney, but if we're downloading our own models locally, how often do you suggest us refreshing that? I mean, if something new comes out, a new version of, algorithm?
Yeah, it doesn't happen like frequently. I guess maybe once in half a year. Maybe Sergey could help me. He's our head of R&D. And
actually, all vendors, they have their schedule of uploading the models. It doesn't happen very frequently. I would say like once per maybe 2 to 3 months they are updating the model, but it doesn't mean that they update the data. Maybe they do some optimizations or some architectural changes. So you have to inject this collisionals in the inventory, being up to your database all there self-watching. So basically, I recommend to create some kind of automatic free processed, system that looks to these release nodes and what happens there.
Congratulations for your presentation. Do you think how long in the near future this local AI will merge with operating systems on a laptop, so it becomes one thing unique and connecting to agents and everything on the cloud?
yeah, actually Apple tries to do it. They have their Apple Foundation models, and they try to integrate it and any aspects of the system. And we all know this new Spotlight. Actually, it's AI-based Spotlight, so you can run actions here. So actually, they're trying to change the whole operating system with this and make it based on intelligence, because what is language models? It's intelligence, so it's not algorithmic rule-based approach, more like intelligence farm. So Apple does it with so successful rate, but it will change for sure. And the whole how operating system operates, it will change, especially when we are talking about our files, because you have now a new way to index your files in much better ways with all these embeddings, so you can get much better results. So yeah, it will change, but it will still there is still place for more applications, because sometimes you need you have more specific use cases. So there is still a place for more apps to run on local models. We actually tried Apple Foundation models and research them all the time, but for us it's still not enough. Yes, they are still too weak. Yeah, but it will change. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. Are local models capable of learning from you and learn your preferences, is my first question. My second one, given your speech today and MacPaw's great software, which I've used for many years, is MacPaw investing in other user interfaces for AI?
Yeah, we invest a lot in user interfaces and AI. We're currently transforming to AI-first company, but we don't want to change our current applications like CleanMac completely, because the first idea, okay, let's reinvent everything we have, but it works. Why should we change it dramatically? So that's why we create Eney, a separate application, and actually Eney could work with our application. So it can work with CleanMac, with other application, and with applications from setup. So we picked that type of strategy, and we invest in research in AI. So it's number one topic is local models, because we see this opportunity, as I said in my speech, and we invest in interfaces. We call it never-ending interfaces, because it's a new type of interaction. So it's not you have a window, you open it, and it's the same all the time. You have buttons on the same place, text fields. It evolves because you ask, you add more context, and it changes. It makes really tailored for you. So we invest our UX research team. They research how people interact with it. Cognitive load of that type of interaction, because it's not that easy to adjust to this always never-ending, always evolving interface. It's really like challenging and interesting question it arises. Yeah. So we invest a lot, and the results you see in Eney mostly. Yeah.
They can mold well.
Not like you mean like reinforcement, not. Yes, we do get the context, because one unique stuff we have, situation we have access to all your files, all your data, so we can collect unique context, so we can understand quickly and right, and it's done in secure and private way because it stays locally, and we adjust Eney to your context, to your apps, your tools, your the way you use your hardware. So yeah, we adjust it. It's still in development, and it'll be maybe next release of Eney, because but I saw it in private demo. It works. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. A broader question. What is it like to develop software in a time of war? And how is it affected, for example, how you choose to define resilience? Because you mentioned that in your presentation. Have you, if you will, redefine that from a user's perspective? Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for your question. Yeah, it feels different to work in times of war, because AI gives us this disruption. So all of tech industry need to adjust, and it's a huge cognitive load. You need to read all the news, change the way you work, your processes. And we do the same, but we also have war. So we also have unstable situation in the country. So it's like a double instability everyone needs to handle. So it's the biggest challenge is more psychological one. So even at the end of the day, I'm usually okay, I'm so exhausted, and I was working with all this AI stuff the whole day, which is great, but which is really hard to do. And also we have war, so also I need to check news, and sometimes I just didn't sleep the whole night, and we are not that operation. So actually, it's really challenging to compete, but still it's possible, as you can see, because all this hard time give you a lot of this desire, motivation to do something, and so actually it had a lot of this energy, So actually at the end we are not that kind of depressed. We don't want to do nothing, but we want to win. And talking about resilience, actually it's where I feel it really good way, because we have power outages, we have scheduled electricity, and internet usually works okay because we have fiber network and GPON technology. Average person in Ukraine knows what GPON is, but with very technical term. So we know that it's real. We know that price of local, for being not dependable on energy, on internet. So it's true. And when there is power outage, especially for 8 hours, usually cellular network, it's just slows because everyone switched to the cellular, and it just can't handle such a huge load. And usually it gets so slow, you just can't work. So we know that actually you need to have more offline to be operational, to continue your work. So actually it helps, because it's kind of, we are in that simulation, constant simulation, what will ruin the next day, and when you have this continuous disasters, you practice this adjustment, and you have plans, and actually we transfer that experience in our applications, because we create system utilities that's really close to that. We create cybersecurity utilities, because we do understand what is cyber attacks. We do understand it in the first hand, because we had cyber attacks to our company, So actually it helped us. We launched a Moonlog, our recent application. It's a personal cybersecurity application, because we know for Mac users, same beautiful, same easy to use, because we know the price, and we know how to fight, how to handle it, So yeah, it changed us as a company, yeah, in a big way. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I guess that's it. Thank you for your time.